Okay. I think I've found some kind of sensible setup here. I did order a webcam, but it's way overdue. And I'm not sure it's ever going to get here. So we're just going to have to make do. This setup for a little while. The other day, I decided that I wanted to look at Trump month by month from June to December, and I was really struck by the layout, and I was so struck by it that I was so sorry I hadn't done it on camera. So I thought, I think I'll do this again. I'm just going to pull one card here for Trump, just generally in the month of June, because May's really over. This is May 29th, I think, today. Yeah, May 29th. Okay. So it's May 29th, and a lot has happened. Let's just, I think I may do these I'll do shorter versions and maybe do one question at a time. It's easier on me. It's easier to upload. It's easier to edit. Not that I edit much, but. Okay, let's just ask about Trump from June. Let's pick a card for June, July, August, September, October, November, and December. All right, here we go. So that would be June, July, August, September, October, November, and December. Put the deck over there. All right, let's see what we got. Ace of Swords for June. This is interesting. Ace of Swords. Could that be the very beginning of the separation between him and us? The separation between him and the presidency? The separation between him and his votes? The separation between him and his, stalwart admirers? I mean, it's a sword. So that's definitely shows discrimination, slicing through, but it's an ace. So just at the beginning, I'm wondering if this is the beginning of the end for him. July. Two of Cups. Now that's interesting. July. People are starting to, hopefully July, COVID will be better. People will be thinking about something else besides COVID. Although we should probably read on COVID, and I probably will. But this strikes me as decision making, talking it over, backyard parties, graduations, people finally seeing each other. And what are they going to talk about? They're going to talk about what's happening, what has happened. It's an interesting card. It indicates both decisions and discussions. August. The Moon. Not a good card. Not a good card. Look for bad news for Trump in August. Definitely bad news. This is what I think this might be, and I mean, it can be any number of things. It can be bad news. It can be the fact that maybe the COVID numbers, after we all come out, because, in 1918, the second wave was 3 or 4 times more dangerous. Again, even more than that, I'll have to look it up. More dangerous than the first wave. And I'm wondering if in August do we get the first indication that the fall is going to be extremely dangerous for people. I wonder if we're getting the news at that point that we're not making an economic recovery fast. We're probably the COVID numbers are going to go up after everyone goes out for the summer and goes to the beach and visits with people, and states think, oh goodness, it's safe, we can let people go out again, and they go out and they get sick and we start all over again. But I also think there's a secondary meaning in here. I've always thought, no proof, and again, I should add, even though it's already on my site, this is just for entertainment. These are just the cards I pull and my feelings about them. It's all it's based on, just my feelings. I've always maintained that some of the polls were skewed because I thought, in my opinion, my humble opinion, that many people voted for Trump who wouldn't admit they were going to vote for Trump. Like, they didn't want the hassle, and they didn't want people saying stuff to them, and a lot of people just don't like flack. And they voted for Trump, but they won't admit they voted for Trump. And I can't help wondering if this is, because this is underground, this is hidden, this is in the shadows. How many people are Trump supporters who can't admit they made a mistake, who can't admit, I can't take 4 more years of this, and I'm not going to vote for him, but I won't admit it. September. Ooh, that is not good. That is not good. That is loss. There's no two ways about that. That is profound sorrow and profound loss. And it can be, we are reading Trump's cards, but I think Trump and the country itself are so inextricably bound with each other that this, again, could be rising losses from COVID, the second wave of COVID. And this could also be just people saying, enough is enough. I'm just not going to vote for him. I don't like how he's handled this crisis, or just, I just don't want 4 more years of tweeting, And believe me, there will be some people who will just vote just because they just don't want to hear about it anymore. And honestly, I can't blame them. But this is definitely a card of profound sorrow and loss. That was September, right? June, July, August, September. This is October. Interesting. That's interesting. This is a happy families card. No October surprise? Or does this indicate this is the same message? I always figured his message was, let's make America great again, and let's make it 1950 again. Of course, the 1950s were direct product of the 1930s and the 1940s Democratic policies. But let's not get into that. All of the good things that occurred in the 50s was a direct result of Democratic policies. But people tend to think of that as a Republican age. But then Republicans do like to take credit for Democratic successes. But could this be indicating that it's the same, that he's peddling the same thing, make America great again? And like he has nothing new, no other arrows in his quill but this, I don't know. November. Ooh, November. Now that's interesting. Page of Pentacles. It's got something to do with money. Now, this is not a direct yes, and it's not a direct no. So I'm going to go out on a limb here a little bit and say that there might be a discrepancy. I think it might be a problem with the voting, a problem with the voting machines. There's something going on here. And considering how hard Republicans are trying to work to get people not to vote by mail, because as Trump tweeted, if you vote by mail and the Democrats vote, Republicans lose and will never win an election again. I don't know how that's true. I looked it up, and statisticians say that's not necessarily true. You decide. But this for November is not a clear-cut yes or not a clear-cut no. So I wonder if, and Page again, it's it's an interesting card for November. I was hoping to get something more clear-cut for November, but no. And this is December. Now, Ace of Wands. Now, this could be very clear-cut because it's a wand, so that's a beginning. It's an ace, that's a beginning. I think this is the beginning of a different life for him not being president. This is how I'm choosing. Because if it was more of the same, why would you get a card of such newness? This is very, very new. Now, you could say, well, it's a new administration. Well, it's a continuation of the old administration. So I'm going to go out on a limb here, and it's June. So this is the December card. I think Trump and you and me and the country will be looking forward to something new, something different, a change, a big, big, big change. So there you have it. That's June, July, August, September, October, November, December. And maybe we'll do this once a month just to see if the cards change drastically. Hope you enjoyed it.